Now we will discuss the neoclassical theory of organizing. This neoclassical theory of organizing was born to combat the loopholes of the classical theory. The classical theory used to consider that all the human beings are same and any impact in the external environment won't create any problem into the functioning of the organization. To combat those two loopholes, the neoclassical theory was formed. According to the writers of the neoclassical theory, they have stated that not only the social environment but the economic and the technical environment do create an impact into the internal functioning of the organization. And secondly, they have stated that you simply cannot consider all the human beings as same. Rather, you need to use different techniques to identify the skills and qualities of an individual. In the same way, the doctor uses different diagnostic techniques to identify the disease of a human being. In the same way, the management of the organization also need to use different techniques to identify the skills and qualities of an individual. The characteristics of the neoclassical theory states that the organization is a social system. That means what? The organization is working within a society, so they need to work according to the belief of the society. What the society wants, accordingly they need to function. They simply cannot work according to their own. If the society demands something, if the society wants something, accordingly they need to produce their goods which will match the need and requirement of the society. The second element states the social environment of the job affects people and also affected by them, not by the management alone. The second characteristic suggests that as the organization is a social system, the people who are working in the organization are impacted by the social environment. So they create an impact into the internal functioning of the organization, and up to a certain extent they influence the functioning of the organization, which is not only the management but the employee who are working, they also create an impact into the internal functioning of the organization due to the impact of social environment. The third aspect states informal organization also exists within a formal organization. It affects and affected by formal organization. The informal organization which is affecting the internal functioning of the organization. In the other word, it states an informal organization actually creates problem in the proper functioning of an organization. How? We all know in a formal organization generally the communication happens following a chain, whether either it would be an upward communication or it would be a downward communication. But due to the presence of an informal organization, the communication simply can happen anywhere without following any chain. It affects the functioning of the organization, and in some cases due to the presence of the formal organization, the informal organization is getting affected. How? As because you cannot communicate without breaking the chain, it affects the function, it affects the informal organization. The fourth characteristic, human being is not totally rational. His behavior can be predicted in terms of social and physiological factors. It states that the human beings are never work logically. Whatever things they want are affected or impacted by the society where they are stating, and also by the basic requirement of an human being. The fifth characteristic states human beings have diverse motivational pattern and tries to fulfill different types of need. It states that every individual do not have the same motivational pattern. Within an organization it might happen some person might get motivated if he gets more salary. In some cases some employee might get motivated if he gets round the clock job. In some cases an employee can get motivated if he or she is given with more and more responsibility. So the motivational pattern is actually different for each and every people, and according to that the people tries to fulfill their needs to get motivated. The next characteristics, often a conflict between the individual and the organization objective, which increase the importance of integration between the individual and the organization. This states that time to time it might happen the objective of an individual and the objective of an organization is entirely different. So it is up to the management to see that both the objectives are brought to one line. By that way the integration can happen, and ultimately the need of both the individual and the organization can be fulfilled if the objectives are integrated and they are brought to the same line. So if the objectives are achieved, both the requirement of the organization and the requirement of an individual can be fulfilled. The next characteristic states that the communication is necessary to carry information necessary for organization's functioning and conveys the feeling and sentiments of the people who work within the organization. So this characteristic states that the communication plays an important role within the organization. For proper functioning of the organization, communication requires. And also by the help of communication, the management can get to know how the people are feeling, what are their sentiments, what are their feelings regarding the different kinds of policies or different kinds of rules which are implemented within the organization. So by the help of communication, not only management is able to accomplish the company's objective, but at the same point of time they able to know how the employee feels about the functioning of the organization. The last characteristic states teamwork is essential for the cooperation of the people. This is not achieved automatically but has to be achieved by behavioral approach. This characteristic suggests that teamwork plays an important role, but teamwork always do not happen automatically. To create teamwork among the people, the management need to work or need to use different behavioral approach so that they can understand the human beings' behavior, and accordingly teams can be formed and work can be done in a proper way.